Hey everyone, so I'm just going to show you guys how to make some sea salt spray. So what you're going to need is a bottle. I know this is really close, sorry. A bottle of any kind, just a spray bottle. You are going to need a measuring cup filled with 1 cup of water, which I have in here right now. You are going to need some measuring spoons, a tablespoon one and maybe just one for stirring, or optional ingredients. You're going to need some sea salt, which you can buy at any supermarket. It's very cheap. And sea salt is the salt that looks like this. It's really big and grainy. I don't know how well you can see that there with my camera, but it's this kind of salt. It's not like table salt. You can't use table salt for this. It's this big chunky stuff. And optional ingredients that I like to put in is some conditioner of any kind. This is just some cheap stuff that was given to me. And also some hairspray is another optional. I'm just making sure I'm in frame there. Another optional ingredient, and I like to use a little bit just for a little bit of hold, but you don't have to use it. You can just use sea salt and water if you want. So you're going to measure out a cup of water. Usually you're going to want to use warm water because it helps dissolve the salt easier. And then you're going to take a tablespoon and you're going to take some salt into your tablespoon. It's not a very big opening in this thing, so you're going to take your tablespoon of salt and you're going to dump it in your water. And then you're just going to start mixing it up until it's dissolved. If your water doesn't get hot enough right out of your tap, you can actually boil it first, or you can stick it in the microwave. I'm just going to try to stir this up till the salt all dissolves. And when this part is done, you can pour it in your bottle and be pretty much done with it if you'd like. But I like to take it a little tiny bit further. I'm having a hard time getting this to dissolve, so it is going to take some more stirring. Stirring. I like to settle at the bottom. Okay, so then what I actually like to do is not precise or anything, but where sea salt actually will dry out your hair a lot. So either you can either put conditioner directly in it, or you can use a good leave-in conditioner before you use it. But what I like to do is just take like just a little drop, just like that, and that's enough for the mixture. And like I said, this is an optional ingredient, but this is what I used in mine. And you just want to keep the conditioner. This conditioner is not a very good conditioner. It's a cheap one. That's why I'm using it in here instead of my good conditioner. And it doesn't want to, it takes a while to get that stirred in there. And then what you're also going to do, and again this is optional, this is just a little bit of leftover Salon Selective hairspray I have here. And again, not precise, but just put a little tiny bit in there. I like to put about a teaspoon or half of a tablespoon in there. And half of a tablespoon is about 1.5 teaspoons. And then you're going to take your bottle And you're not going to be able to see this very well, but you're going to pour your mixture inside your bottle. So when you get a squirty bottle, you're going to need a squirty bottle that's going to hold at least a cup of water. And of course, if you have a bigger bottle, you can double your recipe. So take 2 cups of water, and I'm just going to hold this up here, guys, so I can get the rest poured in. 2 cups of water, and I mean, because look, this is all that it came in this bottle. It only filled up this much, but this is enough to do my hair probably 2 times. But I could probably take 4 cups of water to fill up this whole bottle if I wanted to. So then I wouldn't use 4 tablespoons, and just, you know, double everything, or not double, make it 4 times everything. And you're just going to shake it all up again. And that's going to be your mixture. And then you're just going to squirt it in your hair and scrunch it. I'll actually show you guys how I do it in my hair. So that is how you make sea salt spray. And as I said, you don't have to go any further than water and sugar. Water and sugar is going to do it for you. But like I said, optional for a little bit of hold, I add some hairspray, and so the sea salt doesn't completely dry out my hair, I add a little bit of conditioner. So that is my tutorial on how to make sea salt spray. If you guys try this out, leave comments down below, or leave a video response down below. And stay tuned if you want to see how I use it. Okay, so this is what the hair looks like when it's dried, finished product. Mostly dry. It's dry hair, it's still a little wet hair. But I just wanted to show you guys. So if you guys wanted to give this a try, definitely do so. And if you want to, post a video response down below. Bye everyone.